Hey, what's up guys, Mentor here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I am finally doing the next installment of the series, which a lot of people really like on my channel, Fortnite Cosmetics I really want to get. This is the 6th episode of this series, and if you want to go check out the rest of this series, there is a playlist which you can go check out on the top right hand corner of your screen. So let's begin with the very first cosmetic of this video, and this is the Coal skin. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, you want this skin because it's rare, as this video recording, it hasn't been seen in just about 1300 days. That is further from the truth. I very much like the color scheme of this skin. I really like the looks of him. I really like the character model. I think it's also a very underrated character model. Love the helmet on him, and it's just a really wacky constructor skin. I guess that's the best way of me putting it. I think he's more or less a coal miner, no pun intended with the name there. But I think it's a very clean skin and it's very underrated, and I do hope he does return at some point because him not being back since 2019 is pretty criminal. Now here's something I actually haven't really done with this series that much, and that's Icon series. I haven't really talked about a lot of Icon series stuff in this series, so I might as well start talking about some cosmetics which I want from the Icon series. More or less, I'll talk about the 2 most wanted emotes which I really want to get right now because I don't own every Icon emote, as I'm only missing 4. I'm gonna mention 2 of them on this video. So the first one is Monster Mash. Now this is obviously a Halloween emote that was released in Chapter 3 Season 4, and it wasn't in the shop for that long. It was only in the shop for about 5 days, and I honestly would kind of consider this emote rare, but not insanely rare because I know a lot of people did buy this emote, but it's one of those emotes I just don't ever see, and it's such a wacky dance, and I'm pretty happy that we did get this emote. It definitely opens up the doorway for more Icon series themed Halloween emotes to come into the game, and with this dance I really like it. It's a very wacky dance, as I just said, and it's just out there. It's one of them dances that no one expected at all, and it's a really nice dance. It's not from TikTok, so that gets a plus for me. Another emote that gets a plus for me from the Icon series, which I am so mad I did not get this emote, that is Go Mufasa. This emote has not been seen in almost 700 days. 700 days! I know people are asking, how do you not have this emote? Well, I can tell you this here. I own the other 2, the baby emotes. I own the other 2 emotes, but unfortunately I don't own this one, and I am so mad that I don't, because this is probably one of the cleanest traversal dances from the Icon series. There's not a ton of emotes which are traversal from the Icon series, but this is a great dance. I really hope it does return, but who knows if it will. But speaking of stuff that hasn't returned in a while, I'm going to talk about a skin that a lot of people, well, more or less the set entirely. I know a lot of people want the set to return, and I don't blame you all, but I want the set to return for one specific reason, and that is for this skin, and that is Astro Jack. I know, people are going to say, you don't want the Travis Scott skin? Well, I can tell you this here. I don't hate the Travis Scott skin at all. I think it's good, but I think it's so overrated. I know everyone and their mom is going to buy this skin whenever it does return to the item shop. With that being said, I don't see a lot of people talking about the Astro Jack skin, and that to me is a damn shame because I personally think, and this is a hot take here, that Astro Jack is better than the Travis Scott skin. The whole aesthetic of this skin is really cool with it being reactive to music. The astronaut helmet that he has is really cool. The jacket's sick. And like the galaxy feel on the first edit style, like the default edit style is really good. And then the second edit style is so damn sick. Love the color scheme here, and I really like the attention to detail that it has, especially with the head having the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 map on it, rotating in a 360 globe. That is amazing, and not to mention his back bling is so good. I think it's better than the Cactus Jack in my personal opinion. This is such an underrated skin that a lot of people don't really appreciate, and that is a damn shame because I am really wanting this skin to return. And I know people are probably going to ask about the emote. I'm only wanting it because of the Icon series collection. I actually don't even think it's that great of an emote in my personal opinion, so yeah. So let's move on to another very underrated skin here, as this is the Extinguished Firebrand skin. This is actually one of the zombie superhero skins, and I really like these. I am a very big fan of Call of Duty Zombies. That's something I used to play a lot. I used to play it back in 2010, and I basically played it for almost 10 years, believe it or not. It's one of my favorite side modes in any video game, and these skins in general remind me so much of Call of Duty Zombies. And they just look so creepy. I really like these skins, and I honestly think that these are so underrated. Now let's move on and let's talk about another wrap. I haven't really talked about a ton of wraps in this series, so I might as well mention another one here. And this is probably my most wanted wrap in Fortnite right now, as this wrap hasn't been seen since 2020 in almost about 1,200 days as this video recording, and that is the Big Flakes wrap. This is a very random and obscure cosmetic that people probably don't know exists. It is such an underrated wrap from Christmas. It was actually last seen in March, believe it or not, so does it count as a Christmas cosmetic? I don't know, I'm counting it anyways. I really like the animation that goes through this wrap. The color scheme being all with a light blue and then also having white in there is really good. On top of the animation with the snow falling down is really good. It's just an overall very clean wrap. I don't ever see this wrap in game, and Epic has forgot about this for many years now, and I do hope it returns because this is one of my most wanted cosmetics I really want to see come back for Christmas in my personal opinion. So let's move on and let's talk about the Jingu Bang pickaxe. I know, this is a very interesting one. I know a lot of people are probably going to ask about why do I really want this pickaxe, as this is a classic, Chapter 1 Season 5. And yeah, I do know it's been out quite a lot and it is in the 30-day rotation, but this is one of those pickaxes that's just super unique. It sounds great, it has a really nice color scheme, and I love the reactivity. I think that's probably the best part about it, because I love it when you hit stuff with your harvesting tool and then it does something instead of just like doing absolutely nothing. I really like the idea of this pickaxe to where the more you hit weak spots, the more it glows, and it just looks so good. Let's move on and let's talk about the Festival Lace skin. This is a more or less recent skin that was released during Chapter 4 Season 2, and it is such a nice reskin of the Lace skin, which is a skin which I actually really like. I think it has to do with how original this skin looks. It looks more or less original than the actual original Lace skin, which is very interesting. I really like the fishnets there. I love the tattoos. Really like the whole aesthetic of this skin. It's just so gothy, yet it looks absolutely fantastic. And again, this is only 800, which is really crazy, and I am very much wanting this skin on my account, and I have a strong feeling it's going to be in the 30-day rotation, so I shouldn't be stressing about it that much. But this is a very good skin. If you don't have it, I'd highly recommend picking up this, or Drop D. I actually did pick up Drop D, and that is a fantastic skin as well. Now this next cosmetic here is one that I feel like Epic is just refusing to bring back. I don't know why this is the case here, but this is the Nimbus Cloud glider. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the Mythic. I'm actually talking about the item shop cosmetic that was sold during the very first collaboration with Dragon Ball. And I have no idea why this hasn't returned in over 300 days now. This glider is kind of considered rare at this point. I wouldn't really say it's rare, but in the terms, in the context of things, it's technically rare, and I have no idea why. Does it have to do with the Mythic? Because that doesn't really make that much sense, because back in Chapter 2 Season 4, we had a similar thing like this happen, and that was with the Silver Surfer skin with his glider being a Mythic and a cosmetic at the exact same time, yet that was fine. Apparently this isn't. I don't know the reasoning as of why they're not re-releasing this, but they fully removed it from the original bundle as well, which is very strange. I do really hope this glider returns, because it is a very iconic glider, and it's a very iconic thing from Dragon Ball, and it's such a nice glider overall, and I'm so sad that they're probably never going to bring this back. Now the last cosmetic here is one that I have talked about quite a few times on this channel. No, it's not Black Widow. Ladies and gentlemen, Reflex. At this point, just bring back Reflex. Why have you not brought back this skin is mind-boggling to me. He deserves to come back at this point. If you can bring back his glider and his pickaxe multiple times into the item shop, more or less the pickaxe, you can surely bring back the Reflex skin. He should not be as rare as he is in the item shop. This originally was an exclusive skin, but they sold it in the item shop in 2019. At this point, just bring back the skin. I don't think really anyone would necessarily be that upset, because I've seen more or less a lot of people online talking about this skin and really wanting it to come back. Because again, at this point, you should just bring it back, because there's already an exclusive variant of this skin that exists. Just bring back the original, and I don't think a lot of people would necessarily be that mad, besides the people who flex skins in Party Royale. So I would love for this skin to return to the item shop. It's a great color scheme, great meaning behind the skin. Even though it has a lot of controversies behind it, I still really want this skin to return. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you did happen to enjoy it, consider subscribing to the channel, turn notification button to know any more new videos from me as I do upload weekly. Drop a like on the video if you did happen to enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out my Twitter at SnootyMinotaur on Twitter if you want to go follow me. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember everyone, it's always good to take chances.